All right. Hey, it's David from Graysea again. Back to do another vocal, like lyric talk through video. Gonna speak the words like clearly so you can understand them and explain anything, give a little backstory. So this song is called "The Greatest Weapon," and it's all about religion, primarily my experiences growing up in Catholic school. I went to Catholic school like kindergarten through high school. So being like raised with that religious background and that being like shoved down my throat, it pretty much made me not religious at all. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of the references are just all about things from like the church services or the prayers I learned and like religion class stuff, and then just experiences with the people I was interacting with. Yeah, some of the like shittiest, worst people I ever met. We're like, on their pedestal as good Catholic people, and it's just almost like sickening or disgusting. But it is what it is, and it's called "The Greatest Weapon" because I feel like religion is, the cause for most killing and wars and problems in the world, and it's more so used for evil instead of, I guess, what it should be intended for in its purest form or origin. But, all right, here we go. The song, "The Greatest Weapon." I don't need God to feel safe in my own home. I'm not looking to be saved. Don't you fucking pray for me. Faith is a luxury I can't afford. The deathless, the dreamless, who kneel on the floor. Salvation is washed. When you walk through the door, there's room for the rich and there's hell for the poor. All right, hey, so I'm going to stop the song right here and explain this one like little part. The line is faith is a luxury I can't afford. And this is kind of like one of the things that like sparked the inspiration for the idea of this song. I used to work at a Pick and Say, which is a grocery store chain here in Wisconsin. And it was like right by my high school. So a bunch of people like who worked there, who I went to high school with, like family, all came in to shop there. And one day, it was a Sunday, people were coming in after church. And this old man who I like talked to all the time, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming from church." He's like, "You still go to church?" And I was like, "Oh, well, sir, I'm here, I'm working, whatever." He's like, "Oh, well, you need to go to church." And I was like, "Well, you're coming here to buy stuff, and like these fruits and vegetables wouldn't be out if you for you to buy after going to church if I wasn't here." He's like, "Well, like God wants to go to church." And I'm like, "Yeah, sir, I'm sorry. I'm working like 2 full-time jobs and like over 8 hours a week. I just like kind of can't." He's like, "Well, they have like church on like Wednesdays and stuff." And I was like, "I'm working on Wednesdays." And he's like, "Well, like, oh, God just wants you to, not go to church." And I was like, I really don't think like if I'm providing like for my family and like working all the time, like that, God will care if I go to church or not. And he just like wouldn't let it go. But this faith is a luxury I can't afford line comes from me being like, I don't have the luxury of being wealthy and entitled and or so retired or whatever to have all the time in the world to go to church. And I felt like, at least in the community I was living in, it was a very much status thing. And like these rich people would just like rub shoulders with each other, and it was all about like who's the better person, but like, who's richer, who can just like flaunt everything. And it wasn't really about being a good person ever. It was just about like status. And they like to do the shittiest things, but like look down on people. And I always just felt I didn't fit in like that. And so me working all the time and not going to church and not having that free time luxury is where the origin of this line came from, just to give you some context. So that's the inspiration for that, but let's keep going. How real could this possibly be? An absence controlling the weak minds. Deliver us to evil. This is the greatest weapon, masked as divine intervention. This is the greatest weapon, masked as divine intervention. It's all so fake. Walk on the lake. Everyone so surely set in their ways, it's a shame. Hold your head underwater. These sins won't wash away, now confess. Pray for the best. Recite every line of this meaninglessness and believe that's all it shall be. And in death, you'll find all the answers you seek. In heaven, take what you can. Forgiveness comes right at the end. The life that you've led is not what you said. The life you have led is not what you said. Empty. Like my heart, like your faith, the word of the Lord. Empty, like my heart, like your faith. To believe is to lie. It's an empty threat. To have, to hold, to fake. May the emptiness stand with me and also with you. All right. So that was The Greatest Weapon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you understood all the lyrics and have some understanding of the meaning and where it was coming from. And if anyone has any comments, questions, wants me to explain anything anymore, feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'm happy to do this. It's a lot of fun. So please keep coming back, watching more videos. I'll see you again soon. Bye.